Of the launch of its year and manifesto ahead of those elections. Now, a 24-year-old woman arrested for allegedly killing her 4 children in Klarinet in Mpumalanga has been remanded in custody until her bail hearing next week. The suspect, Zinhle Maditla, handed herself over to police, reportedly confessing to those killings. On the line from Mbombela is SABC reporter Siphephile Kunene. Siphephile, thank you very much. Just tell us exactly what happened in court today.
Good afternoon, Francis. What happened in court was that she just came up and stood on the dock, and then she was asked who she was and if she wants to have a state lawyer or she'll have her own lawyer representing her during the trial. And she opted for the state lawyer. Her appearance was such that her world has just crashed over her, and she wasn't lively at all, and she was limping, and she didn't show any sign of life. As beautiful as she is, there was no life within her.
Has she pleaded yet? Has she said anything publicly? There's apparently a confession to police, but anything publicly about the killings of her 4 children?
She hasn't said anything, Francis. Remember, she handed herself over to the police and then she was taken to hospital, allegedly because she had also tried to take her own life after allegedly committing this crime. And then when she got to the police station, police could see that something is wrong with her, and then she was taken to hospital. She was only discharged from hospital on Friday. Yes, there are rumors around it, but it's something that has not been confirmed either by her family or herself or the police with us, because one of the newspapers published that she killed the kids because she was paying revenge to one of her boyfriends, the one who is currently with her, who has 2 kids with her. By killing those kids, she was paying revenge to that one because he had dumped him. I mean, I am not sure as to how true that is, because Zinhle herself has not said that publicly or to anybody. And when she got to court today, she didn't say a word. She was asked, read her rights, and asked if she wants a state lawyer or her own lawyer, and then the case was postponed.
All right, so that is an unverified report. So, Siphephile, we don't even know now if she will plead insanity, if there was any sort of psychological evaluation in the hospital or anything like that.
No, there isn't anything like that as yet. It's still new, because when we spoke to the police, Brigadier Hlati said they will only be able to divulge any more information on the case during the trial, because if we ask that, it will sort of disturb their investigation, and as to what could have been the cause and all that, it's all the details that are needed for the trial. So he couldn't open up to us and tell us exactly what she said was the cause for this. And he also said this time that they were given until Monday will help them establish some more facts around the case, because this woman got there and then she was taken to hospital and she was discharged on Friday, and then today it was caught. So they needed more time to do more investigations and get to the matter. And what was notable today at court is that we didn't see any members of her family, and we even went to the extent of asking other journalists from around that place to understand as to what's happening, as to whether they've seen any members of her family around. And when she went down, because she was remanded back in custody, she looked up the gallery. She didn't see any of them. You could see it in her eyes. And she went down. She started weeping.
Sure, an incredible story. A woman allegedly behind the murders of her own 4 children remanded into custody. We'll follow that case. She hasn't pleaded or said anything publicly. SABC reporter Siphephile Kunene.